So here we are in my house, and as you can see, it's gotten quite messy, quite cluttered in the last few weeks, and that may coincide with me feeling a little bit stuck and a little bit overwhelmed, both in business and in my personal life. So it's gotten to the point where I am ready to pull my hair out, and I've decided that instead of doing that and going bald, I'm going to do a 8-week declutter challenge, basically to declutter the house, fall back in love with it, get all the little niggly repairs finished up, or a lot of them anyway, and hopefully find my groove again, both in home and in my business. I do want to give you guys a bit of a backstage insight into how my house operates, and the fact that it does get out of control like this, and that I can easily bring it back into control if I make space to allow that to happen. So this is something I'm going to have to work into my calendar. It's not something that I can just whip around the house in half a day and get done. I want to go deeper than that. I want to go a bit further and declutter right to the back of the cupboards. So as you may know, I did my first Konmari Tidying Festival in 2014, and it definitely changed how much I kept and what came into my house and what went out of my house. It made a huge difference to the clutter level, but I actually have quite a low tolerance now. So as soon as it starts to get a bit more than I am comfortable with, I go back through the KonMari decluttering and have another go. Now, it's not as intense ever as the first time I did it. Every couple of years, I'll go and redo the whole challenge from start to finish, or the whole festival from start to finish, and it is never quite as intense as that first go. It's never quite as trying as that first go, but it's always an amazing result when I am done. This first week, we're going to start with decluttering my own wardrobe. We will organize, but not declutter my husband's, because you don't declutter someone else's wardrobe for them. So I will just get it organized. Next week, I'll do the kids' wardrobes, and after that, I'm not exactly sure of the full plan, but we'll get there. We'll break it down into the 8 weeks, and hopefully, I'm starting this on the 2nd of November. Hopefully I will be done by the end of the year. Alright, hi, I am back for day 2 of my 8-week decluttering challenge. I didn't get to do too much yesterday because I had the kids at home, so you'll notice less toys on the floor, but that is about it. Today I'm jumping straight in with the first category of the KonMari Method, so I'm going to be decluttering my wardrobe. And maybe if I get time organizing my husband's wardrobe. I won't be decluttering it for him because we don't declutter for others, but I will refold everything, reorganize it all, make sure it all looks neat and tidy. Okay, so we're here in the bedroom. I have the wardrobe on the side here. I'm just going to pull all of my clothes out, pop them on the bed, and go through the joy check. Does this spark joy for each item? If it does spark joy, it goes back in the wardrobe. If it doesn't spark joy, then it goes to either donations or clothing recycling. So watch along. Yes, I still had clothes in a bag. This is clothing that I bought with my stylist that needed to be altered before I could wear it, and that has actually been there for 6 months. So I have today made an appointment to see her on Wednesday next week and get those clothes altered so that I can actually wear them, which will be super exciting. If you have any clothes in your wardrobe that still have their tags on, make sure you take them off and welcome the clothes into your house properly. They're not yours until you remove the tags. Okay, so I have my clothing pile here on the bed, and now I'm just going to go through and make piles for what does spark joy, what will be kept, what doesn't spark joy will be either donated or recycled. Alright, so all done. We've got the clothes I'm keeping here, the clothes I'm donating here, the clothes that need recycling here, and a couple of clothes that are half worn, so I'm going to throw them in the wash, make sure they're ready for my weekend away this weekend, which is exciting. Now I'm going to go give my wardrobe a bit of a scrub, a bit of a clean out before I pop everything back inside. Okay, so that was just my clothes that are from the far side of the wardrobe there. But now I need to clear everything else out so I can give the place a whole wipe down, because this is about a good clean as well as a good declutter. So I'm going to pull everything else out. I will get to organising it all today, and I just want to wipe all the shelves and all the floors down before putting anything back in. Okay, all cleaned out. Now time to put my clothes back in, then refold and pop my husband's clothes back in as well. Then I'll go through the accessories, my shoes, his shoes, our suitcases, and my handbags, and pop all of those back up the top as well. So even though I do the KonMari folding with my clothes, my husband doesn't do it with his, as you can see. So all of his t-shirts are hanging, all of his jackets, all of his dress shirts and things, all of his work shirts too. There's no particular order for his stuff. For me, I have everything in color order, height order, etc. But for my husband, he's just a throw it in kind of person. So I've tried to create a bit of a definition for now. It's just basically t-shirts, then dress shirts, work shirts, and then jackets. It's unlikely that it's going to be kept exactly that way, but since I put the washing away, it will be somewhat neat for a fair while. So we'll see how we go. But I'm also not too worried about his stuff. I just keep my stuff neat, and if his gets really out of control, I just refold it. But it's like once in every couple of years, which is right now. So the wardrobe's pretty neat now. I've just put the clothes back, nothing else. But the rest of the room is quite a bomb site. Time to clean up properly. So I'm going to put the big things back, the suitcases. I have an extra couch cushion because my couch can reassemble in lots of different ways. And we don't currently need that cushion. So they're all going to go back up, and then I'll do the small accessories, the socks, the undies. I have done my husband's socks and undies though, and let me tell you, he has decluttered quite a lot. he used to have like 31 pairs of undies, and I'm like, okay, I wash more often than a month, so you don't need this many. He's actually gone and gotten rid of a heap, so super proud of him for that. Let's get the big stuff up. Alright, we've officially got everything back into the wardrobe. I'm super excited. I have just my alterations, the donations, and the washing on the bed now. So I'll get rid of those three, vacuum the room, and we'll be done.